Did you know that salespeople in blue suits are statistically proven over and over and over again to outsell every other single color suit that exists without fail? Proven through many, many, many studies. Me standing here, I should be wearing a blue suit just based off of numbers and based off statistics. People are more calmed by people that have like blue on more than any other color. We're gonna get to why that matters in just a moment, but I have a question for you. If you're running like an online publishing business and you're publishing content and you have maybe writers, maybe you are a writer, whatever it is you do, whether it's yourself or maybe it's you and you have 1,000 writers, maybe you are like top of the world and you literally employ 1,000 people, or maybe you're just on your own and maybe you have like 1 or 2 freelance writers, maybe you have a couple people that work for you, or maybe you don't write at all and you just get a lot of traffic from other means of publicity, which is super, super cool. Now, my question for you is, how do you do one thing? It's the only thing that really matters for any online publishing business. How do you monetize your users? Now, for most people, the answer to this question is very, very simple. Yeah, like you would probably ask me why I'm even asking this. And the answer is ads, right? You put ads on your website and then they pay you money. And you know, it's a good deal. You get some cash. Now that's great. That's phenomenal. And it works very, 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 very well. Now, my question for you is, if you have sort of one vehicle that's working really, really well, if you have your website working really, really well with ads, and you have a lot of people that are coming to your website, what do you think is happening with, on average, and it's growing and growing and growing and growing, but we'll call it, on average, about the 25% of people that come to your website who are using an ad blocker, especially on desktops. Now this hurts, because what happens? Well, now you have everyone coming to your site, but about a quarter of those people, they aren't seeing your ads, and therefore it's tough to monetize those individuals. Now, sure, you can have subscriptions, or sure, you can have maybe a payment, you can have subscriptions, maybe you can have a membership plan where people pay you on a consistent basis to publish articles. But let me ask you a question. Is that an easy thing to do? And if it is an easy thing to do you have 100% of your readers paying you, X much a month to view your site? Sometimes, you might even not have that. It's just traffic alone, and all you have is advertising revenue, and it's coming 100% from advertising revenue. Now, my background's in personal finance and investing, and I have like cryptocurrency portfolios, I have traditional portfolios in equities and bonds, all across financial markets. Now, if I sat down with a client and I said very, very simply, okay, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take all of your money and everything that you have and all the assets you own, and we're gonna put them in one stock, and that one stock is either gonna do amazing or it's gonna fall flat. Do you think I would still be able to have that client tomorrow? Because I don't, unless I'm a genius, which I don't really think I am. That's not going to work 99% of the time. Now, with Google Ads and other advertising platforms, it's a little bit different. You can have a little bit of taboola, you can have a little bit, maybe a different kind of banner ad. Maybe you sell your own banner ad, and that's totally cool. That's a great way to monetize your site. But again, what do you do with that 1/4 of the people who come to your site who don't actually see your ads? Now, you're in 2 camps with this. The first camp is you sell your own ads. If you sell your own ads and you sell somebody a spot on your website, you don't really care. But the second camp is where this matters more. The second camp is you have a website, you have Google Ads, you have other kinds of native display ads, and all of a sudden you get paid per click, right? And so you want to get paid per click. You want to get, you want like a solid amount of money, CPM, right, per 1,000 people. And that's sort of the goal. And so when people don't see your ads, it basically takes your effective CPM and it multiplies it by 75% for desktop users, because you have a quarter of people who aren't seeing the ad. Therefore, that's a quarter of people who aren't clicking the ad. Therefore, that's a quarter of people that are destroying your money. Now, as we talked about earlier, you might have writers, you might be on your own, you might have a huge team. Any of these situations, all right? Do you still want to have money? I would. I think it's a good call. And I'm pretty sure that more money is better than less money. So the question then becomes, how do we sit down and how do we put on this blue suit right here so that we can ethically sell to our readers and ethically create a new stream of income from our readers or visitors to our site without actually having to sell anything? That's the big question, right? Advertising, what are they doing? They're selling stuff, right? And Like, that's cool, but what about people who don't see ads? And that's sort of where MonerAds comes in. Basically, what we do is really, really, really simple. You have your website, and you're doing your own thing. You got your ads, you just plug in the code from Google or whoever, and it works, whomever sends you the stuff, it just works, right? You get paid, and that's great, that's phenomenal, right? You keep that, that's awesome. Basically, what we give you is just a little snippet of code, just like anybody else, and what it does is detects if somebody comes to your website and they have an ad blocker, it says, oh gosh, this guy's got an ad blocker. And what it does is it shows them just this really subtle pop-up, all right? And it says, hey, look, we see that you have an ad blocker, and you aren't viewing ads on our site, just like any other kind of ad blocker. But hey, would you like to support our site without viewing ads by running a non-intrusive cryptocurrency miner on your computer? Would you like to support our site by just contributing a little bit of your computing power to our site? And you mess around with the wording, but basically you say, look, can we use your computer, just a little bit of the power of it, to support our site only while you're on our site? And this is like totally anonymous, no download required, because you don't want to alienate these people. You don't want these people to leave you. You want them to stay with you, right? And so it's got to be what? It's got to be safe. It's got to be careful. So really, really core here. This is not something where you're gonna have them download something. It's not something where you're gonna try to hack into their computer. It's not something where you're trying to like mess with any of their stuff. Like no. You want to sit down, okay? And you will say, look, what we're going to do is very simple. We're just going to load this little script in your browser. It's going to work right in the background of your browser. And what it's going to do is it's just going to mine a little bit of cryptocurrency for the publisher. It's going to mine a little cryptocurrency for us. It's a very nominal amount. It's going to take a nominal amount of your computing power, maybe about a third of it. And it's going to allow us to just do a little bit of this on the side. The moment you leave our site, you're done. We don't take anything from you. We don't continue doing anything. It's over. Very, very simple. Very, very basic. And that's really that's the pitch. And basically what happens is really, really interesting. You get a lot of people on here, and it kind of changes over time, fluctuates over time. But on average, you can get really, really solid, not necessarily like $15 CPM, but you actually get what? You get money for computing power. Because what are you doing? You're taking this computing power, and now you are applying it to the blockchain, and specifically the Monero blockchain, right? So you're mining into the blockchain, and you're getting paid out money for this computing power. And it just goes straight to you. And so your readers, they can support you without having to actually look at ads. Because most people, they want to support their favorite publishing sites, and they really care about people that write their content, but they just don't really want ads. They don't want to see ads. They don't want to deal with ads. They think they're intrusive or something. And that's why they install an ad blocker. And so really what you want to do is you want to allow them to view it in the way they want, while still being able to make all of the money that you deserve. And so basically with MonerAds, what you got is you have sort of that quarter of users who aren't seeing your ads. All of a sudden, you're now monetizing them and making money from them, which is really the goal and really the strategy and the basis of this. And so what it does is it allows you to sort of get out of this selling mode of having to be in suits and having to be in the perfect color and be in blue, and allows you to get into your own state, to get into your own website, your community. And it will allow you to foster a stronger bond with your readers so that they actually care about your website more, and they see you as more of a trusted publisher, as a trusted authority, because you allow them to come and use their ad blocker, and they'll appreciate that, so they in turn will be more likely to come back to you because they know that they are okay without using an ad blocker and they can still support you. Because people, most of the time, they want to support those around them, but they just don't have a way to. And so that's really with MonerAds, what we give you is it's a way to monetize those users and allow your readers to support you without using ads. So with that said, thank you so much. What you got to do now is go sign up for a Publisher Suite account, get inside MonerAds, get the stuff on your site so that you can actually start making money from it. And I cannot wait to send you your first payment, which is going to be really, really exciting. So thanks so much. Hope you had a ton of value out of this training. Now go apply it and start monetizing. You've got a quarter of your users right now who are paying you nothing to see your content. So turn that into money, because traffic is money. And now all you have to do is to just simply realize it, and voila. All right, thanks so much, and I will see you another time. Bye.